Day 1-1, day 11, all 4 of our trades still open, no new sub trades closed. Let's have a look and see how they're getting on. Pound CAD, not too bad. Does look like price made it over the take profit level. Possibly the bid price might have made it there, but not the ask price. Or maybe it flashed down. Can we see on the 5-minute chart? Yeah, maybe it just flashed down for a second. Either way, very close, and has been close a couple of times now. Let's hope to at least see the first take profit level take tomorrow. US dollar, Swiss franc. This one with just sub trade B left in, and it is so close to taking profit for us. Almost tickling it. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, wow, that was close. Have to go a long way to reverse all the way against us now. But until it takes, there's no guarantee that it will. About as close as it can be though. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Not really any movement still. A bit more than the last couple of days in terms of the Heikin-Ashi going upwards. But only about $4 up per sub trade. All the signs still in our favour though. That's what we want. And finally, Euro Aussie dollar has come back against us a bit and does put that trading stop loss in danger of being procced. Overall, still okay though, fine to keep it open. Heikin-Ashi not turned against us. Hopefully just a consolidation day before the really big sell-off. Whatever happens, because the trading stop loss is going to give us a bit of money, we should finish this one in profit regardless of what happens. Even if a big reversal comes and immediately knocks out our stop losses, we'd edge out a win by very fine margins. But for now, we can keep it open, no problem with that. And once again, there will be no new trades for us as we've still got all 8 currencies in action. But let's see if anything is going wild on the other charts. US dollar, Canadian dollar looks like it is on the verge of tipping into a sell signal. If we could have a strong day for the Canadian dollar, could be that we take profit in our pound CAD trade, while also the US dollar Swiss franc trade triggers its profit. And then we're in on this trade if it does turn. So yeah, if all those things happen, we might have a signal here. Buy signal on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, if you want to get on that one. It's been very rangy, and even though the Heikin-Ashi has turned blue, price is still very much in that range. Not looking like a breakout, bit of a blind signal. Good luck to you if you bet the farm on that one. Although the euro yen is giving you a buy signal, if you want that one. These yen trades, they do seem a little bit sketchy, but they are there for the taking if that's what you're into. Buy signal on the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar as well. That is all our action on the charts though. We can let these trades rock on. We're about $140 up across all of them. Let's come back tomorrow and see if they're even better. Day 12, bit of a mixed day. More bad than good, to be honest. Quite a bit more bad than good. Let's start with the Euro Australian dollar. We had sub trade A trigger down here at 1 times ATR value, but it took a hard reversal today and it wiped out the trading stop loss as well as sub trade C, all the way back to 1 times ATR from our entry price. So on the trading stop loss, we did make a small amount of money, $7.89 less the 31-cent swap for $7.58. However, $31.35 was lost with another 31-cent swap on sub trade B. So overall on that trade, we made a small amount of money as we had a 1 times ATR win, a 1 times ATR loss, and then the modest win on the trading stop loss. Not the best outcome, but it's better than the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, which we're going to jump onto now. This trade had ranged for 5 or 6 days, hadn't really done anything. Did look yesterday like maybe it was about to break out, but sadly not. It's taken a downturn and wiped out all of our trades. So for that one, around about a $90 loss. Couldn't get 1 times ATR in our favour. Couldn't get the trading stop loss kicked in. Not a good one. Great British Pound, Canadian dollar. Not a lot of change for it. All of the sub trades still open. Still have the signal to keep on going. And we just want a proper red day to take some profit. Finally, the US dollar Swiss franc has retraced quite a bit against us. So a poor day. We've still got the signal so we can keep the trade open, but this was a whisker away from taking profit, and now it is about 2/3 of the way back to our entry price from that take profit. So now completely in no man's land. Could go either way, but if we do see a day of buyers tomorrow and price goes up, then it's likely that the Heikin-Ashi will turn and we'll be manually closing out the trade. But that's for us to figure out tomorrow. For now, let's see if we've got any entries. We freed up those 4 currency pairs, the euro, the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen. So maybe there is something. Let's have a look. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, switched sharply to orange. There's been a sell-off on the NZD and the Aussie dollar, so it makes sense to see this. If you'd taken the buy signal there, that is a totally valid buy signal. You'd have got smashed. Smashed in a day, less than a day in fact. Good thing we weren't in on that one. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. There's that sell-off on the Australian dollar, and it's giving a sell signal against it. Euro Canadian dollar flips once more. Does feel like it will flip again. I don't know. It's incredibly rangy the last couple of weeks. Talked about the Euro Canadian dollar pair quite a bit, and I think it's just because I get sucked into looking at this move and dreaming away about it. Same on the pound Australian dollar, although if we do see many more upward candles, price will get above the moving average, and that'll put us out of sync with the awesome oscillator. And same again on the pound New Zealand dollar. Price is quite high, but this is a weak Heikin-Ashi candle. As soon as we see it come good for those oceanic currencies, could be entry signal after entry signal for us. No new signals for us. As we saw, the big pattern on today's charts was the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar getting a little bit wrecked. Hence why we were knocked out of both our Australian dollar and our New Zealand dollar trades. They were both in favour of those currencies. Never mind though, we've still got two of these pairs going, and it's a new day tomorrow for potential new entries then. We'll be back. Day 13. Let's have a look at these trades. First up, the pound Canadian dollar. Going to be closing this one down. The Heikin-Ashi candle has turned blue. We are going to make a very small amount of profit, but the signal has been lost to us, so we manually shut this one down. And from the three sub-trades, we take an amazing $2.25, less the swap of $1.23. It's better than nothing, I suppose, although it's pretty close to nothing. And it feels like a signal could just come again on this chart. Only going to take one big downward move, and the Heikin-Ashi will flip orange. But we got to follow the system, so out of the trade we come. The US dollar Swiss franc. This is looking like a potential close as well. It's very tight, and the price is below the center, so we might just hang on to this one. We've got 18.5 minutes left in the day. See it on the 5-minute chart, it's been very flat, but you might see a couple candles like this still to come. Let's give ourselves a bit more time before the end of the day and have a look at those other charts for now. Well, assuming we close down the US dollar Swiss franc trade, we've got an opening on the US dollar Japanese yen, coming in with a buy signal. A pretty weak buy signal, and honestly we've seen quite a few currency pairs ranging with the yen. Doesn't seem like it would be the optimal entry, so we'll just have a look at those other charts, see if there's anything better. Euro Japanese yen coming as well, similar signal, buying in favour of the euro, selling off the yen. You can see how similar the range is at the top here. Gives us another option though. Great British Pound Japanese yen doesn't quite make it. You can see how price has been rising, the bid price line, but it's not enough to flip it blue. No other signals for us, so it's left to the US dollar Japanese yen pair or the Euro Japanese yen pair. We are here on the Euro US dollar chart, and we can see it's been a stronger day for the euro. It has beaten out the dollar, both the Heikin-Ashi in terms of being blue and bid price line. We can see it right towards the top of the candle. Definitely a stronger day for the euro. And since both those trades against the yen are potential buy trades, we want to go with the stronger currency pair. And that means it is the Euro Japanese yen that we're going for. And you can't actually see the moving average, but it is there. Price clearly above that. Don't want some of these shaky ones. Hopefully now it's ready for a breakout. Heikin-Ashi not handling itself well in the range. Let's do our risk calculation, and that means pulling up the average true range. And that average range is showing 80.1 pips. With that in mind, you can see exactly how our risk is calculated here. And we're going to be entering those three sub-trades in favor of the market. Those are buy trades. And we're in, so we're just going to go through the trades and set the take profits and the stop losses. That's all set. Even this first take profit level, it's right up at the resistance. But if we do get to that point, then we can't lose money. At the very worst, it's a break even. Zoom out. Well, we can see that the second take profit level, at least it's not above this even higher resistance part. Gives us some hope that we can make that. Viva la euro. We have waited all the time we can for the US dollar Swiss franc. Only 45 seconds until the candle closes, so we are going to shut it off now. There it is. Really sad to lose the signal there, as again, if we look on the more recent chart, price has been coming down some. And honestly, pretty rangy day for the signal to reverse against us. System be systeming though. We do take $32.28 from it though. One of our better trades in the grand scheme of things. And as we roll over 12 o'clock, we can see in this current state, it is going to give us the signal as it insta flips back to an orange candle. But we'll have to come back in just under 24 hours to see how that one works out. See you then. Day 14, not a good day for us. Took less than 12 hours for our stop loss to trigger on the Euro-Japanese yen trade. Got in up there right at the end of the day yesterday, 11.51, and then 10.45 this morning. Price breaks through our stop loss and has gone a bit further than that as well. So stop loss could be a bit of a blessing, but either way, obviously not happy with a complete losing trade. $84.36 lost in total for that one. C'est la vie, we've got no other active trades. There could be some entries waiting for us though. Let's go find out. Well, immediately the Euro US dollar giving us sell trade. We were just buying the Euro against the Yen, soon we could be selling it off against the dollar. Let's just check if any other trades want to step into the ring with this one. If we'd taken the dollar Yen trade yesterday instead of the Euro Yen, don't know if that would have been a complete loss or not. Might have been at the low. If not though, we would be closing it down for a modest loss as the Heikin-Ashi has turned orange again. Pretty weak signals against the yen for most of these currencies up in this range, so we don't see any of them today. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, the awesome oscillator crosses zero. Not an entry signal for us, but if we see the Heikin-Ashi turn blue again, suddenly we are looking out for sell trades on this one. It's been a while, that was end of September since it was last below zero. The Great British Pound Canadian dollar giving us a signal. Don't forget we closed off our sell trade yesterday when the Heikin-Ashi turned blue. Suddenly we've seen a big drop on the pound CAD, and we are going to be forced to take it if we can't find anything better. Must follow system. Ooh, pound New Zealand dollars giving the signal as well, which means those two can fight it out. Pound CAD, pound New Zealand. So we're looking at the New Zealand dollar Canadian dollar pair, and we can see that it's been an orange candle today, price down. Or the Heikin-Ashi trend is definitely down at least, and that means that the Canadian dollar had a stronger day, and so we would rather sell off the pound against the CAD than against the New Zealand dollar. Does make sense we want to sell off against the stronger currency, but it also means getting back in the pound CAD. Gotta do what you gotta do. So we will dive back into the pound CAD, but just before that, let's do our Euro US dollar pair first. Average true range is reading at 62.1 pips. Not surprised it's risen today, quite a volatile day, but it does mean that we can get our 3 sub trades in at 0.05 lots. Pretty big roundup from 0.0454, but it is what it is. Hopefully that just means more profits for us in the long run. We're going to sell, and we've got 3 stop losses and 2 take profits to set. All the stop losses 1 times ATR as per usual. There's the first take profit level. You can barely see the second one. Maybe we get there. Let's have a strong downward run. Sell off your euros, people. Do us a favor. Well, that's the Euro US dollar. Now let's get back onto the pound CAD and get into a sell trade over here with the ATR at 98.4 pips. It's another roundup. You can see the risk calculated on screen again. 0.0356 all the way to 0.04. As I said before, all the more profits for us. This would have been nice. How many pips have we missed back here in the background? Like 150 from when we closed the trade yesterday. Doesn't feel the best selling off the market, but let's do it with confidence. And we've got all of our risk managed here with the stop losses and take profits set now as well. So we can let our 2 sell trades ride it out. Hopefully they can pick up something before the end of tomorrow when we go into the weekend. We'll come back then. Day 15. The weekend is due any minute now. But not before we go through the charts one last time. Our Great British Pound Canadian dollar trade. It's pretty much where it was yesterday in terms of price. Does look like it had a run down, almost taking the profit. But back it comes, down about $1 on each sub trade there. And the Euro US dollar not favouring great either. Still got the signal on it, but price has come back against us. Those trades are about $8 down a piece. Almost a third of the way to the stop loss. Not what we want, but at least it hasn't flipped the signal. Hopefully it's just a consolidation day. And when Monday rolls around, it will be taking profit. Let's have a look for entry opportunities. Euro Australian dollar pair. Price has continued to run against where our trade was before. Suddenly those stop losses not looking too bad. Great British Pound Australian dollar pair. Does come through with a sell signal. I want you to shake those pounds out your pockets and fill them with Aussie dollars instead. We would love to, but as you know, we're already selling off the pound against the Canadian dollar. So we got to give this one a miss. Best of luck to you though. The move is there waiting if you want to get on it. The sell trade that came yesterday on the pound New Zealand dollar, that would be going better so far than the pound CAD would. That's just the way it goes though. Nothing extra for us then, but we do have our 2 open trades. So that is plenty of profit to be had. Just got to get the price to those levels. We'll carry this on in 72 hours time. Before we dip off though, how about looking at the journal? Well, the journal not looking so good this week. Let's scroll down, see the additions. We had a loss up here for the Euro Aussie dollar. We were able to get 7.89 from the trading stop loss. That didn't put us on a good footing, especially when we also stopped loss on the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, all three of those sub-trades gone, maximum loss. And we weren't able to make the money back from that loss with the wins that we got from the US dollar, Swiss franc. Again, the trading stop loss couldn't do it for us. And it was a bit disappointing that we had to close off sub-trade B as well. That came very close to the take profit. Likewise, I had to close off the pound CAD trade. It's better than a loss, but it doesn't really feel like you're getting anywhere when you only take home $1.02 a trade. And the worst trade of the week, the Euro Japanese yen, stop loss immediately taken out on that trade. So now we've got these two trades not doing the best themselves, but that doesn't mean they don't have the potential. While the signal's there, they could still make us money. Total now is 11 trades taken over 15 days. Pretty regular on the signals, but that's not proven to be a good thing because we are $358.87 down from $5,991.43, now down at $5,632.56. There's potential in the strategy. All we need is a really solid trading stop loss and a good run of trades. Maybe we can get back into profit. We are straying pretty far from the light as it goes though.